Thank you. Welcome, everyone. I'd like to say thank you to Yoto Indi and the board for having us here on the stage, the CDU for sponsoring the stage. We will start now, but I'd like to read just one passage from the book. Ngara yukura na mamono kapo, kama yukura ngara na, mbala ngoy lili barko lili, kolola. Ngara yukura ndawul yun yiwarna. Ngopan marawul ngun bilkna. Ngilinyo yuro marina, rambangina, mirenyuna. Marawat. This is a passage from our mom when she was dying, telling us that she was ready to go to be with her grandmothers. This is a song spiral of the Waramiri, our great-grandmother. The tribe of the Waramiri people who live in the Western Islands, north from here. They're the seafarers, the sea pirates, as we say in the Yulon. They are the people of the whales. There are 5 song spirals that we picked, and they are the Wimiri, the whale, Wokun, the clouds that starts from Yirkala. That's the song that they just did with my family here. The Wokun, the cloud that forms at Yirkala and spreads out to other Doa countries, to the land of the Japu and to the land from the Rirajingo to the Japu and to the Dartui and the Ngaimil. After Wokun is Kowak. We thought Kowak is Yiricha, but they are the songs of our children, the Mangalili. Then comes Wittich, who is our grandmother, the Galpo. Then right at the end is Kongurta, the fire of our mother. These are song spirals that we sing, that the men sing. But in this book, it talks about milkari, the cry of the women, that the women do. It is the same songs, the same words, but it is cried. To cry the land, to cry the rain, to cry the leaves, the sand, the soil, the raindrop that goes into the soil and goes deep into the soil, travels and catches the streams in the river and then goes out to the sea. It's in this book. We sing it because we are part of it. We are part of this earth. We are earth itself. You come to Garma every day, you hear the men singing, but you don't know what they're singing about. You don't know how they're feeling. It could be just words to you, but to the Yulon, we hear those words, we learn. And that's what children do. When children are here, when they're dancing, when they're running around, this is what they hear. They're learning through those song lines. They hear the men singing, they hear the women crying, and they learn. This is another way of learning. And you will hear those stories as we go along.
So we've been working together on this book for about 5.5 years. It's been a beautiful journey of sharing and of our lives coming together as we learn and have worked towards this book. And in different places, here in Yirrkala, at Bawaka, also down in New South Wales, in Bellingen, in Sydney, even overseas, sometimes we have met and worked together on writing this book together. We've actually been working together for 12 years now. We first met when Momo Laklak Buruanga was starting or working on building her cultural tourism business, especially a women's program, the Gaiwu Women's Tours, with her daughter Jawendil. And they were someone who we knew in common, said that they were looking for someone to just talk about how sort of support them in that sharing of those women's knowledges. And so Kate, Sandy and I came up and we started talking and working together at that time. And at first we were doing a booklet on weaving that was going to be shared with people coming on those tours. We met at that time then the other sisters, my other momos, my grandmothers, Richalili, Mirkiawoi and Bambapoi. And that pamphlet became a book. At the launch of that book, then we found out that our next book was going to be on Yolngu mathematics, and that grew into the book Welcome to My Country. And then soon after that launch, we were actually at my house in Bellingen, and Mama Mirki said, "Oh, we have the next book. It will be on songlines." So that was 5.5 years ago, and it's been an amazing journey. Over that time, I mean, the books have been important, but the sharings have been around so many other things like the exhibitions and going to conferences and giving talks, field trips. We've brought up students. We've also woven baskets. We've gathered gunga. We've had babies, grandchildren and children, and our lives then have really woven together over that time. Something that connects us is that we're all teachers in different ways, or certainly committed to the sharing and learning from our different places. From either at the university, through bilingual education, through tourism, in the area of health, and through families. So I guess that commitment to sharing and learning is what kind of is behind really a lot of the things that we do together and the book. And from what my grandmothers here share in this book is so important in these uncertain times, stories of connection, stories of people and place and ways of connecting and belonging with place. And then things that I have learned and taken away is that it's these life-giving, nurturing connections with people and place that are the true beauty of life.
I remember right here at this place, our grandfather told us about the story of this place, Gulkula. He talked about the Ganbulapla that threw his didgeridoo towards Wanoi, towards the twin eagles, they are called. And here cries a Goak bird, who is a messenger, and tells the others that there will be celebration. The mothers also taught us about the kinship system of how people are related. The Songspirals is embedded in the system of kinship. We asked the ladies here, Sarah, who is our Gaminyara granddaughter, Kate, our Wako daughter, and Sandy, our Yapa. We did this because so that we can guide them through this journey, so they can understand and be with you all of this land. We say thank you to our sons, who is our backbone of the songs and the Songspirals and the milk curry, and to our daughters too, who is also our backbone. Through Songspirals and songlines, this is how we are related. It goes on and on and on. It spirals on, just like the songs that are sung.
These spirals swirl out to embrace connections across time and place. At the heart of our work together, we've all become family. It's just been amazing over the 12 years to watch those babies being born, growing up together, the friendships and bonds that have formed as they've played and run together on the beach at Bawaka, or swum together in the river at Bellingen, dug out pippies from the sand, drawn together, made up songs together, and put on the most amazing concerts. It's just been magic. They've inspired us and as Yapa said, been our backbone. We also couldn't have done this book without the support of our partners who've cared for us, helped bring the love into the work, and cooked for us, been very patient looking after the kids when we've had our heads down, worked together, and of course looked after our children when we've travelled back and forth to be together. We've got Sienna today taking amazing photos for us. She's such a fantastic photographer herself. Do check out her just wonderful book on birds. So it's just magic seeing these spirals swirling in and out in all directions into Garma, into Gulkula and Bawaka, down to Sydney, when we've met in New Zealand or Adelaide or Bangalore. We've been very lucky. Canada, worked in some amazing places together on the book. So it's resonated throughout the world. So for us, this family is life, and this becoming family is the Songspirals.
For myself, as a mother and a grandmother and an auntie, I've learned so much from my mothers, 4 mothers, traveling around with them, close, far away, down south. My kids and their children are learning from us, especially from my mom, and I am teaching my kids and my grandchildren. Thank you.
So as Joe and Jules said, we're all learning. We're learning from each other. Sandy and Sarah and I have learnt so much as being part of the women's group, and we will continue to learn. And perhaps after this launch, we'll find out what the next book is. So I wanted to say a few thank yous to the Yothi Yindi Foundation for giving us the space today to share our story, to the Buku Art Centre and all of the staff there for their amazing support, and also to Alan and Unwin, our publisher, and Elizabeth, who is here and will be helping us sell some books later. But most of all, I wanted to acknowledge and thank Lak Lak, Dr. Barawanga, who is the elder sister and who has inspired us. She came up with the ideas for the books and to share the knowledge. And if it wasn't for her, we wouldn't all be here. So I wanted to read something that Lak Lak wrote in our first book, Weaving Lives Together. At the launch, we read this out, so I'd like to read it again. So, Lak Lak said, "Remember this basket we have made. It holds stories and knowledge to share. I hope that as we wove this story together, you gain knowledge and stories that you can pass on to your daughters, your granddaughters, and to the world." And so today, Lak Lak and all of us would like to pass on the invitation to share this new book with you. We encourage you to read from it, learn from it, and share it. And we hope that it will change the ways that you understand is the way it has done for us. The third book has much deeper knowledge, and each time we write, there are many, many layers, and we are sharing some of these layers with you through the book. Mediki, back to you.
So you heard before when I said that we sing everything that you see and feel on earth. From the littlest, tiniest thing to the big whales, we sing it. We sing it. You know, sometimes I think that Australia is a racist country. And I hope that every Australian buys this book. You will understand Yolngu. You will understand Yolngu. And that's why we say, this is our wanga, this is our land. That is our water over there. That tree belongs to me. I am it, it is me. Please buy this book, tell your friends, tell everyone. We dedicate this book to our granddad, Mungurawi Yunupingo, who is the father of Kalaru Yunupingo, Mandawi Yunupingo, and all our mothers that have gone. We dedicate this book to him. We wrote, after that land case, a lot of our old people were so saddened by what the court said, that this was not their land, that it killed them. For us, for the new generation, we feel it is time that the story we are telling in this book must be told. So Ngabiki can start to understand why we don't want our land to be devastated by destruction, mining, by the digging, by the farming, putting poison into our soil. This book is his dedication for him, for our granddad, who is such a strong and a gentleman and who worked so hard to communicate with Ngāpaki. What we are explaining here in this book, even though English was his first his third or fourth language, our grandfather gave his paintings to Ngāpuki visitors, but got nothing in return. This is our story. This is my story, he would say. This is my painting. Take it with you. Sharing the depth of our connection and his country. He shared his story, expecting something in return. Maybe a respect, a recognition of our rights, but he got nothing. Many Ngāpuki couldn't and wouldn't understand. So maybe buying this book, you may. Thank you.